Hey, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If this is your first time finding me, you're probably about to do your hair at home. Disclaimer, it's not my job to tell you if that's a good or bad idea. You're just here to watch me, okay? So let's get into it. To start, here is my chaotically sectioned hair. I am not really a 4 quadrants type of gal. I wish I was, but ultimately, I've learned that if I am left to section in the moment, I will end up taking sections that are huge, and it just doesn't really work for me because I'm impatient and I have a lot of hair. So instead, I used the rubber band method. The girl I saw who made this method has very different hair than I do, so I think it technically works better for her. That said, even though the sections are not pretty, they did work for what I needed, and I tied the rubber bands very loosely to minimize breakage. This just made sure that I had thin sections created in advance. My husband did help me bleach my roots, which helped a lot. Here are my results of my bleached roots. Thank you to my husband for getting the back of my head. I would have lost it trying to do that myself, and in the past I have lost it trying to do it myself. Anyway, this is just me showing that I'm happy with my root bleach out, and we are about to move on to the toning process 24 hours later.
Hello, it's 3 in the morning. It's past 3 in the morning. My son is asleep. I'm a night owl. I've been awake for a while. Now's a great time to tone my hair. I went to Sally's earlier this week and got the Wella T05 Pale Rose Blonde Toner. I typically use T18. I do have a video where I talk about that. There is some info that might be helpful to you in that video about toning your hair in general. So feel free to check that out. But tonight will be T05, and I'm very excited. I've been looking forward to trying this for a while. 2 boxes instead of my usual 3 because I have had my hair trimmed recently, so I'm working with a little bit less hair, and the 3-box approach is typically intended to promote oversaturation. So in this case, standard saturation is really all I need. I think 2 boxes will work fine. I am going to be giving my roots a break and not bleaching them every time I see a hint of my natural color. I am going to experiment with a permanent shadow root, smudge root deal. In the meantime, I want to stay blonde. I like being blonde. I feel like it's working for me. If it's not, please don't tell me. Let me live with this. I'm happy with it. But I don't want to be attacking my roots with bleach every time I see a hint of them. So I am going to grow them out a little bit, but keep it blonde and still have fun with toner. Maybe some rainbow colors. I don't know. We'll see. I am going to be applying this to dry hair because the night got away from me. I was going to apply it to damp hair as the instructions suggest, and that typically results in a smoother application. Whatever, we're working with what we've got going on right now. That's dry hair. I washed it earlier and intended to tone it right away, but I did not do that, so here we are. Anyway, I am going to be using a 10 volume near my roots and that 15 volume mixture that I talk about in my T18 video for the rest of my hair, just to be as gentle as possible. Wella does recommend that you use a 20. I typically do a 15-ish mix, part 10, part 20, but I'll be doing 10 near the roots. Please ignore the eczema on my neck and on my hands. Well, I have gloves on as I should. My eczema is flaring up, so I've got some red splotchiness going on. I would rather just ignore it, so let's just ignore it. It's that time, let's do it.
To start, I always set a towel down. You see those bleach spots on the wall? Those are because I'm messy. Here's the toner. Let's unbox it and mix it up. As recommended, I do a 1-part toner to 2-part developer ratio. In this case, it is going to be a mix of 20 and 10. Here I go knocking out the last of that 20 before I open a new bottle. Some of the measuring footage seems to have gone missing. Suffice it to say, I did accidentally do a little bit more 20 in one of the mixes than I intended, but whatever, it all worked out. Proof that I'm messy, watch me spill the toner. I find the process of mixing toner just so satisfying. I don't know, I love that little whisk. It's just so much fun. I really love miniature things. That might be part of why this is so enjoyable for me. The more I watch this, the more I really want to do something about those bleach spots on my wall that has accumulated from numerous bleaching sessions. I assume I could just wipe it off, but the reason I haven't is because I'm afraid it's going to take the paint with it. I don't really know how that works, and I don't know if I want to ruin the paint to find out when I've already kind of ruined the paint by getting bleach on it. So I don't know, let me know. So the T18 toner, when it's applied, turns purple, which of course makes sense because it's a purple toner. The T05, being a rose-colored toner, turns pink. I love it. Honestly, I would just walk around with this color. But the finished result, as you will see, is lovely, if I do say so myself. I am a really big fan of how this turned out, and if I do say so myself, the lighting on my lanai is amazing. Not the point of the video, but I love my lanai. My cats hang out here, my plants hang out here. It's kind of a mishmash of things out here, including but not limited to cobwebs. I do not bother the spiders, daddy long legs, whatever, because for having like 2 or 3 spiders that are active out there, they keep the bugs to a minimum so they can stay. I'm walking around in different light so you can see it a little bit better. I am very happy with how this turned out. It was a nice change from my usual T18 routine. I will definitely be repurchasing this toner and using it again. It was a fun way to kind of experiment with how the pink might look on me without doing anything too drastic. It just gave me the perfect amount of pink tint without being in your face. When I turn my head, you can really see how the light impacts the color. I love how it looks in the sun. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this toner and if there are any others I should try. Subscribe for more. Thanks, guys.